1. Sunny Hostin's husband Dr. Emmanuel Hostin cleared. Insurance lawsuit dropped full story. 2. Sunny Hostin's husband Dr. Manny Hostin wins legal victory over insurer's withdrawn fraud case. 3. Exposing the dirty secrets. Dr. Emmanuel Hostin's fraudulent empire exposed. 1. Sunny Hostin's husband Dr. Emmanuel Hostin cleared. Insurance lawsuit dropped full story. Legal battles often reveal much more than just the surface disputes. They can sometimes expose underlying motives and power plays that many people never fully see. And this is exactly what happened in the case involving Dr. Emmanuel Manny Hostin, the husband of popular TV host Sunny Hostin. Initially embroiled in a high-profile lawsuit alleging insurance fraud, Emmanuel's case was eventually dropped, but the story behind it deserves a closer look. On July 10, entertainment news outlet EW reported that the American Transit Insurance Company, ATIC, decided to withdraw its legal action against Emmanuel. This case had been ongoing since January, when the insurance firm filed a claim accusing Emmanuel of federal insurance fraud. According to reports from Daily Mail, Emmanuel was alleged to have received kickbacks by performing surgeries for patients insured through taxi and ride-sharing driver companies like Uber and Lyft, then billing the insurance company accordingly. These accusations painted a picture of deceit, prompting widespread media coverage. However, Emmanuel's legal team firmly denied these allegations from the outset. The attorney representing him stated that Emmanuel was innocent of all accusations. Interestingly, the insurance company's decision to dismiss the lawsuit with prejudice suggests that they are no longer pursuing any further claims related to this matter. According to ATIC's statement, the company voluntarily withdrew the case and agreed to settle the outstanding invoices submitted by Emmanuel. Initially, Emmanuel was included as part of the lawsuit because he maintained a small ownership stake in a surgical center involved in the controversy. But, after further discussions with Emmanuel, his legal team, and an investigation conducted by ATIC, his name was officially removed from the legal documents. The insurance company expressed regret over any damaging public speculation that might have affected Emmanuel, Sunny, or their children, emphasizing that the lawsuit's fallout could have unfairly tarnished their reputation. Sunny Hostin's legal representative, Mark Geragos, expressed a sense of victory on behalf of Emmanuel and Sunny. He explained that the lawsuit appeared to be an attempt by a financially strained insurance company to avoid paying legitimate medical bills by leveraging high-profile individuals like Sunny. According to Geragos, the insurance firm tried to use Emmanuel's reputation to their advantage, but both Emmanuel and Sunny stood firm, refusing to be intimidated or manipulated. The eventual dismissal, payment of owed funds, and a public apology from ATIC marked a significant win for the couple, who have consistently maintained their integrity. It's worth noting that Emmanuel, through his attorney Daniel John Thwaites, has publicly denied all allegations since January. Thwaites described the lawsuit as a frivolous and meritless action from a nearly bankrupt insurer aiming to threaten doctors into accepting lesser settlements or simply giving up. He further criticized ATIC for rushing into legal action without properly examining Emmanuel or discussing their concerns beforehand, accusing the insurer of abusing the legal process to limit healthcare benefits and avoid its financial responsibilities. But here's where it gets controversial. Many might question whether such lawsuits are genuinely about justice or even about resolving legitimate disputes, or if they are sometimes used as tactics to inflict damage on reputations and leverage settlements, especially when big personalities or high-profile names are involved. Does this case reflect a broader pattern of undue pressures placed on healthcare providers? Or was this truly a case of overreach by a desperate insurance company? What do you think? Should legal accusations like these be taken at face value, or should we be more critical of the motives behind them? Share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Your perspective might shed light on an important issue that affects many in the healthcare and legal sectors alike. 2. Sunny Hostin's husband Dr. Manny Hostin wins legal victory over insurer's withdrawn fraud case. Imagine being publicly accused of something you didn't do, and the accuser is a massive corporation. Now imagine that corporation not only apologizes but also admits it was wrong. That's exactly what happened to Dr. Emmanuel Manny Hostin, the husband of The View co-host Sunny Hostin. But here's where it gets controversial. Why did this situation escalate so far in the first place? And could it have been avoided with better communication? The drama began when American Transit Insurance Company filed one of the largest RICO, Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, cases ever seen in New York. They accused Dr. Manny Hostin, alongside nearly 200 other medical professionals, of participating in fraudulent insurance claims and accepting kickbacks. For context, RICO cases are typically reserved for organized crime, so this accusation carried serious weight. The allegations suggested that Dr. Hostin knowingly provided unnecessary medical services, including arthroscopic surgeries, a minimally invasive procedure used to diagnose and repair joint issues. Unsurprisingly, the Hostins weren't about to take these accusations lying down. With Sunny famously declaring that the insurer would earn its PhD from Fafo University, the couple hired top-tier legal representation. Attorney Daniel Thwaites called out the lawsuit as a baseless attack, labeling it a blanket, scattershot, meritless lawsuit by a near-bankrupt insurance carrier. To further bolster their defense, they brought in high-profile lawyer Mark Geragos, who threatened to countersue for $5 million if the case wasn't dropped immediately. On Tuesday, American Transit finally backed down. In a statement posted on their website, the company apologized and announced that they had withdrawn the lawsuit against Dr. Hostin. The insurer admitted that his inclusion in the case stemmed largely from his minor ownership stake in a surgical center implicated in the broader dispute. Additionally, they agreed to pay all outstanding invoices submitted by Dr. Hostin and expressed regret for any public scrutiny faced by him, his wife Sunny, and their children as a result of the suit. So, what does this mean for the bigger picture? This case shines a glaring spotlight on how some insurance companies operate within an already flawed healthcare system. Sunny herself criticized the tactics used by insurers like American Transit, arguing that such behavior makes it nearly impossible for ordinary Americans to access quality care without facing intimidation or harassment. She even quipped, referencing her earlier comments, that the insurer deserved a PhD from Fafo University, a cheeky acronym meaning F around and find out. Mark Geragos weighed in too, stating that the insurer's actions amounted to an attempt to exploit Sunny Hostin's celebrity status to pressure a settlement. Instead of folding under pressure, however, the Hostins stood firm and fought back. Their victory sends a strong message: no matter your opponent's size or resources, standing up for justice can lead to vindication. But let's pause for a moment and consider the implications here. Should corporations face stricter penalties for filing reckless lawsuits? Or is this just another example of individuals using their influence to sway outcomes in their favor? Either way, this story raises important questions about fairness, accountability, and power dynamics in our legal system. Do you think the Hostins were justified in pursuing such aggressive legal action, or do you believe there's more to this story than meets the eye? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you think. 3. Exposing the dirty secrets. Dr. Emmanuel Hostin's fraudulent empire exposed. **** Dr. Emmanuel Hostin reaches settlement with American Transit, exiting lawsuit ***. In a significant development, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, who is married to the well-known television figure Sunny Hostin, has successfully reached a settlement with American Transit Insurance Company. As a result of this agreement, the insurer has officially removed him from its ongoing medical fraud lawsuit. On Tuesday, American Transit submitted a stipulation for voluntary dismissal concerning both Dr. Hostin and his practice, Hostin Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Despite attempts to contact Hostin's attorney, Daniel Thwaites, for comments on Wednesday, no response was received. Thwaites has been vocal in asserting Dr. Hostin's innocence throughout the past several months. American Transit, which provides insurance coverage for taxi services as well as rideshare drivers from companies like Uber and Lyft, initiated a civil lawsuit on December 17. This lawsuit is notable for including a wide array of surgical centers, orthopedic services, and medical professionals, and is considered one of the largest cases filed under the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act in New York's history. The insurer is pursuing compensatory damages exceeding $153 million, along with treble damages that could surpass $459 million. Court documents reveal that American Transit has now settled with 161 out of the 180 original defendants involved in the case. The allegations against Dr. Hostin suggest that he, as the owner of Hostin Orthopedics, conducted surgeries at various ambulatory surgical centers and subsequently billed American Transit through these entities. The lawsuit claims that this was done in exchange for kickbacks or other forms of compensation, which were disguised as dividends or cash distributions related to Dr. Hostin's investment in Empire State ASC. *** The role of no-fault law in the allegations ***. American Transit attributes its claims to New York's no-fault law, which mandates that plaintiffs must cover health service expenses that are deemed reasonably incurred due to injuries sustained by individuals in their insured vehicles, as well as pedestrians and cyclists. This no-fault law, established in 1974, obligates insurers to provide compensation for basic economic loss, which encompasses medical expenses, incidental costs, and lost wages. Recently, there has been a nationwide re-evaluation of no-fault laws that were enacted during the 1970s. For personal auto insurers covering private passenger vehicles, the law requires benefits of up to $50,000 per individual, while commercial auto insurers must provide up to $200,000 per person. The lawsuit claims that the alleged fraudulent activities were orchestrated by a network of ambulatory surgical centers from 2009 to the present. According to the lawsuit, injured individuals were initially treated at clinics before being referred to ASCs for evaluations related to orthopedic issues or pain management. American Transit has identified approximately 5,800 individuals who received treatment as part of what it describes as a predetermined fraudulent treatment protocol. The overarching aim of this alleged fraud was to maximize reimbursement from insurers in general, and from the plaintiff in particular, for no-fault benefits related to medically unnecessary services, as stated in the lawsuit. ***, what are your thoughts? ***. This case raises important questions about the integrity of medical billing practices and the implications of no-fault insurance laws. Do you believe that the current no-fault system adequately protects patients and prevents fraud? Or do you think it needs reform? Share your thoughts in the comments below.